today, Control. We are approaching the target.
Hi everyone, Vindicated Jones here. Yes, I am back, and this time hopefully to stay. Last year was a bit of a roller coaster for me, personally and professionally, so I really had no spare time to commit to making videos. Despite some rumours of burnout, it was really not the main reason I've been staying away from the community, but perhaps that's for another video. I'll be making a short video soon about my plans for the future of the channel, including some video projects I want to create for the community and more. In the meantime, I'm releasing a bunch of random videos I was working on previously but never got around to finishing, this being one of them. Now, since I've missed a good chunk of gameplay for nearly a year, these videos might be a bit dated, but I think it's still interesting. Anyway, let's get into today's video. Let me reintroduce you to the Mamba, a ship I kinda shelved and slowly lost all interest in. I've been thinking about making a long-range beam version of it for a while, and a lot of you guys have been suggesting the same thing too. But the thought of grinding more mats for engineers to create the right build I wanted just made me want to push my face into a wood chipper. Not only would it be easier, but ultimately probably less painful. It wasn't until the other week, or a year ago, when I was in Erevet with my squadron squatting some seal clubbers, other players, when I came across this player's Mamba. I was in a fully engineered cutter, but as soon as his shields would drop, he would just boost away and there was no way to catch him. It then got me thinking, if that Mamba could flight assist off 180 and then fire at me beyond my effective range, he would completely control that engagement. Well, unless of course I terminated the pursuit. My mind wandered back over to my Mamba, collecting space dust in port, and I thought, oh well, who needs a face? Time to give this a go. So after spending some time grinding, swapping mats, visiting all those damned engineer ports, and eventually scraping the remaining bits of my face out of the wood chipper, I came up with this. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Grimace. And yes, it's because it's big, purple, and ultimately a savage killer. Also, it can be known as the Grimace. Get it? Grimace? Yes? Screw you guys, that was funny. Anyway, it's here where I would normally go over the build, yada yada yada, and then take a look at it in action. But to hell with it, let's take a look at it in action first and then go over the build at the end of the video. Hi guys, just taking a quick minute here to ask for your support. Yeah, I know, another YouTuber begging, but the reality is, in order to provide more content, I need your guys' help. So if you can help support me either on Patreon, even just as a $1 or $2 supporter, or through membership on YouTube, that would be a massive help. This will allow me to release high quality content a lot more often. Anyway, back to the video. Roll the film! Okay, sneaking up on this Anaconda here, it's only expert level, but that's okay. Let's see how this goes. Shields are dropping down nicely. My thermal vent is working nicely. Just thought I'd pop my rail guns there to make sure it doesn't activate an SCB. Whoops, must have been missing with my beams there. Multi-cannons, I don't know if I should have used multi-cannons. I probably shouldn't have. Probably should have gone for more beams, but I thought they might help out with the hull. Probably a bad idea. But we're gonna stick with it. Oh, glad I didn't accidentally hit him. Anyway, he's about to pop. And his weapons barely touched me. Come on, bye-bye. Yay! Okay, I'm going to try attacking a bit of a smaller target, because obviously it's going to be much harder to hit at longer range. And we'll see how we go. It is dangerous, so he is a dangerous level NPC, so he might prove to be a bit more of a challenge. Ooh, I'm a bit wobbly with this. My fixed aiming is not the best. Spent too many hours in the gimbal cutter Corvette, or my turreted cutter for that matter. Actually, it's going down pretty quickly. Okay, that was a bit of a surprise. I thought... I thought that'd take me longer. Oh well. Okay, something a bit more challenging, an elite leveled federal assault ship. So he's got more maneuverability. I mean, he's also his elite level. Let's see how we go. Gotta really try to keep my distance, knock those shields off as quickly as I can. They're down. Don't want to get too far away. Oops. Yeah, so that's a problem with thermal vent. If you're not hitting the target, you are gaining an extra lot of heat. Trying to concentrate on this. Trying to really get the beam to hit. To stay on target. Damn it, I knew that was going to happen. Get a bit closer so we can knock those. I'm really messing up those railgun shots, but that's okay. Also, as you notice, I am using night vision. I probably didn't mention that earlier, did I? It makes it much easier to see the target, especially with the asteroids here and against the black background. So, yeah, something you might want to consider doing when in combat to help you lock onto your target a bit easier. Visually. Come on. A little bit more. See, at this range, his weapons are totally ineffective. Ah, oh, damn it. Oh, that's okay. Yay. Come on. Pop for me. Yes. Next victim. Okay, a deadly clipper. I'm trying to get to a better position. Trying to get behind him. Well, alright. The hell, impatient there. My trigger finger was a bit impatient. Trying to get, I've got feedback cascade on my railguns to try to knock out those SCBs if he activates them, which I don't think he did, or it worked. I don't know. Can't tell at this range. It's hard to see. A bit too far. Try to get a bit closer. Don't want to get too close though. So we're going to do a bit of extra damage with railguns. But yeah, I mean, his weapons are pretty ineffective at this range. Wasting a whole heap of multi-cannon ammo, but who the hell cares? It's multi-cannon ammo. Hopefully some of those multi-cannon rounds are hitting. Even if a third of them are hitting, I'm fine with that. Come on. Oh, just us hoping to pop him before the shields come back up. But that's okay. My large beam certainly knocks those shields down quite quickly. A bit more hull left. Come on. Yeah, just get close up. Yeah, that's it. Okay, something probably a bit more tougher. A deadly python. See how quickly I can knock its shields down. Good idea if actually selected the target. It helps, usually. Shields are dropping down quite nicely. Actually, I really like the huge beam against shields. They do quite a bit of damage. It really does quite a good job. Whoops. really trying to focus on... Oh, well, good idea if I actually have the target selected. I don't know what happened there. I'm so focused on trying to keep my reticle over the target. And I lost concentration there, got a bit too close. This is what happens when you get old, guys. Yeah, I'm not doing that much hull damage, which is what I kind of expected. Trying to stay a bit closer, but not too close. Still haven't lost a ring of shield, so I'm happy with that. Well, don't get too close, too close, too close, too close. Too close. Just really trying to get some batteries. No, your shields are going to come back. Damn it. Railgun goodness if I'll try. There we go. Shields are gone. Only a couple of percent hull left. I think I overcooked that. But that's okay. You should die now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yay. Okay, I think I'm going to head back to space stock. And there we have it. Admittedly not the most efficient build or the most effective build for killing things quickly, but for maintaining combat distance and being able to touch things inappropriately beyond 3 to 5 kilometers away, it's pretty darn good. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the build. Okay guys, here we are. I'm going to have a quick look at this build. Now there's something I want to keep in, well, I want you guys to keep in the back of your mind. This is purely just to test long range weapons as an idea and being able to fly backwards, testing the long range weapon. So this is more of a Frankenstein build. This is not a purpose specific build. So this was built up using parts I basically had the leftover in my stored modules. So what we'll do, we'll have a look at the hard points first. We just have a huge beam laser. Sorry about that. Hang on. And with a thermal vent. So basically when I hit my target, I lose heat. But if I miss my target, I actually gain a lot of heat. So as we go, there we go. So it's just a long range weapon with thermal vent. Okay, moving on to my class 3 slots, I have some long range multi-cannons. Now, after playing with them for a while, I probably should have stuck with possibly some more long range beam weapons. Not too sure about this. The multi-cannons were basically for hull damage, but I don't think they did very much. I don't know. Think about it. Moving on to my class 1 slots, I have 2 railguns with long range and feedback cascade. The idea basically here was to interrupt any shield cell charges, so to help bring down the shields faster. I probably would have gone with other, again, probably more long range beam weapons, but I might do that. Actually, I might revisit that at a later stage. But that's what I had on this build. In regards to utility mount, I just have a mixture of shield boosters with heavy duty, and I think resistance augmented boosters. That was basically just so I can even out the resistances. Okay, moving on to my core modules. Most of these I already had in stock. But for my armor, I have reactive surface bulkheads with deep plating, which basically gives me a whole bunch of extra armor. So I managed to get that up quite nicely. Guardian hybrid power plants, just standard. Thrusters, I have the maxed out with dirty drive and drag drives. Drag drives. And frameshift drive, just standard frameshift drive with increased FSD range and mass manager. Life support. I don't think I did anything with that. No, I didn't. Power distributor, I've gone for the typical charge enhanced power distributor with super conduit. Basically, if you're going to run any kind of engineering on your power distributor, this is the one to go for out of all the other choices. Now for sensors, I did modify them a bit with long range scanners just to level 4. Don't know if that was necessary, probably not, but I had one around and that's pretty much about it. In regards to optional internal, nothing special here. I've got a bi-weave generator that's running thermal resistant with high capacity. Now, yeah, that's probably not the best way to do that, but that's what I had. And for the rest, it's just purely hull reinforcement packages. Like I said, nothing special, just with varying degrees of resistance and heavy duty. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. I didn't want to spend too much time in the outfitting because it really is nothing special about this. This is just a functioning testbed to assess the viability of long-range weapons. But what I'll do, I'll show you the full stats if you wish to know. And here we go. So a jump range of about 17 light years. And there's all the information in regards to shield health, which is about 1300. All my resistances are around about 50 to 60%. And all my armor resistances are around about 40%. So there you go. It's not as a min-max build. This is just to prove a concept. Anyway, here are my final thoughts. Even with this Frankenstein build, I have to say it actually worked quite well. Yes, admittedly it took a lot longer to take down a target, but at the same time I was never in any real danger, so that could be considered a really good trade-off in certain circumstances. In retrospect, if I could be bothered, I could probably change those small rail guns to long-range beam lasers, but the thought of using Cascade was in the back of my mind to interrupt the shield recharges, but the practicality of it in real-time combat is questionable. Obviously the hardest part is being accurate with fixed weapons at range, even more so when using flight assist off. But there is a part of me that enjoyed using these tactics and even gave me a bit of a giggle popping targets at 3 kilometers plus. Do I recommend this build? Probably not, but if you're looking to try something new or try adopting different tactics or just plain ass bored, then I think this could be something fun to try out. I didn't have much time to try this out in PvP, but now that I'm back, I might make a follow-up video. Stay tuned. Anyway, that's it for me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I should be releasing more content soon and possibly live streaming, so keep an eye open. This is Vindicated Jones signing off. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you out there in the big black.